John Beltran and Dave Urick at Beet Digger Stadium as Faith Christian has won the opening toss, and this big battle, which will be ongoing between the Beet Diggers and Eagles. From Beet Digger Stadium, the 8th meeting between these teams, and as we've documented before, Faith Christian 7-0 all-time. The Beet Diggers have come close on 3 occasions. The 98 state championship game at 21-19. The last time they met here 9 years ago during the regular season with the same score, and then 7-0. That might be the best football game I've seen ever at the high school level, certainly in the top 3, and that was in the 2006 semifinals. Both teams were 11-0 going in, and Faith Christian ended up beating Platte Valley in convincing fashion in the finals for the state championship. Opening kickoff is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush, offering home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Evan Marshall is back deep to receive for Faith Christian. Jesus Cardenas will kick it off. Marshall, one of 9 seniors on this Faith Christian team at 6'2", 180. He played a key role in last year's state semifinal, 3-touchdown victory over the Beet Diggers. Beet Diggers coached by Randy Dreitz, Ron Albo, Lance Schwinn, Dick Creighton, Matt Manier, Ken Garcia, and David Cummings are the assistants. Blair Hubbard, the head coach of the Eagles, assisted by Ralph Nance, Steve Twiddell, Matt Whittefield, Micah Connor, Mark Bannister, Joe Bundick, Justin Friedman, Bob Bodie, and Ross Ritter. Kick is taken at around the 15-yard line and running to his right across the 25 to around the 27. And that was Tyler Essa, the sophomore, 5'7", 150, before Ethan Brost brought him to the ground, and Alex Buckman will engineer this Faith Christian double-wing offense starting at the 28-yard line.
Essa didn't come sprinting down the field too much as he ran down the sideline on the Faith Christian side. But he kind of loped down there, and he had the blockers in front of him to pick up, a good extra 5 yards.
Brian Albright is in the backfield. Shotgun formation for Alex Buckman, 1st and 10. Faith Christian on the right hash mark from the 28. 2-step drop. Pumps looking down the left sideline. Heaves it there. There's a man out there, but it's picked off by Eric Garcia. Ball underthrown. Picked off at the 45-yard line, intended for Evan Marshall. Marshall was ahead of the field, but Buckman underthrew it. And the Beet Diggers on the very first play of the game have outstanding field position.
The Diggers just had good coverage. Our corner was out there. He was right there. Garcia came over from his free safety position, and I didn't know if he was going to look back. He was sprinting down the field looking at the receiver, and then all of a sudden at the last minute he turned back, saw the ball, and made a great athletic play, just like we're getting used to seeing Eric Garcia do.
Well, he needed to look back. If not, he could have run himself into a penalty, but good job by Garcia. 1st and 10 for the Beet Diggers at their own 45-yard line. The backs are split. Seawald and Rosenbrock. The handoff to Seawald, running off left guard. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Break the tackle. He's into the secondary, across the 50 to around the 48-yard line. A nice run for Skyler Seawald, who made something out of nothing. It's a gain of 7.
He was trying to run the trap. It looked like it was going to be a 31 trap over the left side. And one of the Faith Christian kids, I believe it was their nose guard, came out and made contact with him immediately. So our center missed the block on it, but Seawald was able to just keep driving his legs. He drove off his inside leg, broke the tackle, turned it upfield for a nice gain.
Beet Digger starting lineup is brought to you by T.O. Charlie. See T.O. Charlie's for a great used car truck today. T.O. Charlie's, if you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you at 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. 2nd down and 3 with a football at the 48 of Faith Christian. Hand off to Weiser across the left side. He's got a 1st down as he bowls his way to around the 42. It's a gain of 6 yards for Connor Weiser, running hard for the Beet Diggers on the offensive line. Kyle Hefner's the center. Ethan Brost, Daniel Soto, Austin Acosta, and Gaston Fernandez join Hefner on the offensive line. B.J. Kukas and Shea Hansen are in as receivers. Kyle Muir is the tight end. And, of course, Weiser just carried it there. Tanner Morrow will also get some action. 1st and 10. Beet Diggers at the 42-yard line of Faith Christian with a back split. And we have movement on the Faith Christian side. That'll be 1st and 5 for the Beet Diggers at the 37-yard line. And keep in mind that Brush did not commit a single penalty on that offensive line last week in terms of illegal procedure.
Garcia could call the count on 2 this early in the game. He gets that penalty. What's that going to do to to the Faith Christian Eagles as they try to get off on the snap. It's got to slow them down. They have to hesitate.
1st and 5 for the Bee Diggers at the Faith Christian 37-yard line, lining up on that left hash mark. Garcia on the option right will keep himself to the 35, down to the 30. He runs into a Faith Christian Eagle and is down at around the 25-yard line, and that is a gain of 12 yards and a first down. The tackle was made by Dylan Tucker, the 6'2", 160-pound senior defensive back.
You know, we had the block on that corner out there, but Garcia, he kind of was just running straight ahead, and he wasn't able to make that move to the outside. Had he been able to get to the outside and Brush was able to seal that kid off, he might have been off to the races.
Seawald is out, Weiser is in. 1st and 10 for the Bee Diggers at the Faith Christian 25-yard line. We are a minute 45 seconds into the game. Eric Garcia came up with an interception on Faith Christian's first play from scrimmage. Garcia's going to head it up to Rosenbrock, right up the gut, and he drives his way across the 20 to around the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 7 for Joe Rosenbrock before the tackle was made by David Kim, the 6'1", 280-pound senior defensive lineman.
Rosenbrock just ran that 24, dived straight ahead, and the hole wasn't there, and as he was running, his head was kind of down, and he was driving his legs, and he slipped back over to the inside a little bit and then charged straight ahead. So he might have sidestepped maybe to his left a yard, but other than that, he was running upfield.
2nd down and 3 for the Bee Diggers at the 18-yard line. C.J. Kukas is the receiver to the left. On 2nd and 3, Garcia under center. Or check that. Mitch Tormolen under center is going to hand it off to Garcia running left. He tries to swing it to the 15-yard line, throwing his feet to his hand to the 5, and he scores. Eric Garcia with a touchdown. How did he do that? Off the feed from the quarterback, Mitch Tormolen. He does it from 18 yards away. The Bee Diggers now lead 6-0.
You know, Coach Judge pulled a slicker on there by getting Tormolen in the game at quarterback, having the confidence that he wasn't going to bobble a snap with the change in that mesh point there, and then slipping Garcia out there to that flanker, putting him in motion, handing him the ball. I'll tell you what, just trying to get the football in the guy's hand that's gonna make a play.
Yeah, Garcia was lined up to the right, Cardenas to attempt the extra point. So the Bee Diggers, like last week, score quickly. Garcia will lay it down, and there's the kick by Cardenas, and it is good. 9:18 to go in the opening quarter. Brush 7, Faith Christian nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.